Hey everyone, thanks for being with us today. We're in Conway today, as you can see in the background, and we have a special guest with us. We have Mayor Bart Castleberry with us, and of course I'm here with my beautiful wife Jody, and don't want to leave her out. And so today we just wanted to talk to the mayor about what's all happening in Conway. Every time we come through Conway, there's something new. There seems to be like a new restaurant, new building going in. We're just excited about being here. Our office has only been here for the last, I don't know, we started January.
Yep.
We opened up our new
Just
office
8
here.
months, yes.
And so we're excited. Of course, Jody and I graduated from UCA, so we kind of know it a little bit. But Mayor, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and just all the happenings in Conway right now?
Okay, well, first of all, I actually went to school with Jody's mom.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Paula, beautiful young lady, and I knew her dad. You've got great parents.
Thank you.
I have been married to Melissa. Today is August 18th. Today is actually my 42nd wedding anniversary.
Happy
Oh,
anniversary.
happy anniversary.
Thank
That's
you.
exciting.
Yeah.
We have 3 grown sons, Tyler, Sam, and Zach, and then we have 2 grandsons and 2 granddaughters.
Oh, I
And,
love that.
I was a firefighter with the city of Conway for 32 and a half years. I was chief of department for 20 of those years. And then I was elected mayor in 2016 and took office in 2017. And then my wife and I operate Needs Creek Family Farms as well. And I'm a graduate. Y'all graduate of UCA, and you live in Russellville.
That's right.
I live in Conway, and I'm a graduate of Aquatic Center. But anyway,
works.
thanks for being here, guys.
Yeah, thank you for doing this with us.
Yeah, we're excited to be here. One of the things that I was looking and doing some research on was the fact that in the mid-1990s, I guess there was a survey done, and one of the things that came out of that is from the mid-1990s till today, Conway has taken huge growth in that area. And so the stat was that Conway was in the top 20% of all cities in the nation in growth for like 50,000 or more in population. So tell me, why do you think that the growth of Conway happened so much from that point in the 90s till today?
There's a lot of reasons. First of all, I think sometimes we forget Conway Corporation. I like to say they're the goose that laid the golden egg because they have cheap electrical rates, water rates, sewer rates, and when you talk about bringing businesses to your city, that is huge. Our fire department has a Class 1 ISO rating. If you're a company wanting to move to Conway, and your insurance rate that's big. Our police department's accredited. So those are some of the things as a city that I think. But also we have excellent health care. We have a lot of retail, a lot of restaurants. Our school districts are well known. We have Conway Christian, St. Joe, and Conway Public Schools. And of course, we have the University of Central Arkansas, CBC, and Hendricks. And as you mentioned earlier, Jody, a lot of these folks that graduate from school here stay here.
They do.
Yeah, Conway's just a great place to raise a family and a great place to grow up. Ask your mom.
I know. She tells me quite often, would you like to move back to Conway?
Yeah.
It is a testament, though, because if you're a graduate and you have all this opportunity, but you choose to stay in your local town, but you can also find work here and enjoyment of life, that's huge. I love everything that you guys are doing for that.
The workforce seems like
is-
it can
Can
take
help.
on all
It
of
can.
that.
Actually,
Yeah.
Conway's, a lot of cities, your population decreases during the work week because they go to other cities to work.
Right.
Sure.
Conway's increases.
Wow.
Wow.
So there's a lot of opportunity in Conway.
That's great.
Love that.
So we've been experiencing in our industry this with COVID last year, but especially this year, an influx of out-of-state people moving into our areas, and it's kind of been driving prices up. And along with that is the lumber prices and new construction prices. So have you seen that affect Conway in a pretty harsh way?
Yes, I have. The lumber prices, metal prices, it's even hard to get some appliances right now. And I think that is attributed directly to COVID. I know that some people, I have a friend who started a house right when this first hit, and by the time he got finished, his lumber prices had gone up $22,000.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So COVID has had a really hard impact on building nationwide, especially in the areas of materials. Right now, it's hard to even find a place to rent in Conway.
Is it?
It is. I have a friend who's got a large number of rental properties, and I talked to him last week, and he said he had 3 vacant, and that was before the school kids got here.
Yes.
A lot of folks want to move here, and we like that.
Yeah.
But but to answer your question, yes, I have seen the negative impact of what COVID did to our building materials and supplies.
And are the developers, are you still seeing a good amount of development going on even with all of that taking place?
New construction.
New construction
yeah.
development?
Last year, I think we had our 14-year high for single-family residential.
Wow,
Wonderful.
that's
Yeah,
great.
I think we issued 334 new ones last year, and don't hold me to this, but I think we're on mark this year to top that.
Wonderful,
Wow.
which is
Yeah.
good. It
Yeah.
seems like Conway can support it and continue.
Yeah, it's we're expanding out. I think we annexed 80 acres, additional acres last year, and we've had some pretty good sized industries that are really interested in Conway, and hopefully that's going to bring some more folks here. But yeah, we're
It
moving.
will.
We're moving.
More folks mean more housing, but
Yeah.
more maybe restaurants and
Yeah.
everything else that you love. That's wonderful.
Sound like you're not getting much of a break. Sound like you're a pretty busy guy, huh?
I'm like Bear Bryant. It never does bother me to hire people smarter than me.
There you go.
So-
That's a wise work ethic, though. Same
Uh,
here. Any
wh-
other questions on your?
Well, I think that's the good real estate part of it. What about?
So I'm curious. Caleb and I were discussing. We had lunch downtown, and so we were, alumni of UCA 12 years ago, and it's changed drastically just since then. I'd love to know maybe what you in the city council and maybe what you've seen in the past, and then maybe future goals of what you're doing downtown to kind of even bring people downtown. Because right now there's shops, but how did they get there, and what brought the industry, what brought the people?
Well, I would have to give the credit to the previous administration. They were the ones that wrestled with the really interesting topic of alcohol by the drink.
Sure.
And so once that passed, then you started seeing not only Mike's Place, which has been a great anchor point for downtown Conway,
Mhm.
great food.
Really
Oh,
have.
yeah.
But that brought your Chili's and your TGI Fridays and your groups like that. So that I have to give that credit to that council and that mayor, which is really the council I have now, but to Mayor Townsend as well. And then you're seeing, I think you'll probably see an entertainment district downtown before long in this area. And we try to do some neat things with art and different things downtown. But really, what we're striving for is walkability. I know that the Salters here in Conway, I know
Yeah.
the Salters,
Yes.
they're building, they're really investing in this town, in George Covington.
Okay.
Those two groups really invest in downtown. So, and you have a younger generation, much like yourself, that wants to be able to park their car, walk to entertainment, walk to work. And so you're seeing those things happening in downtown Conway.
It does seem like sidewalks and everything is much better even.
Yeah, we started a program here a few years ago, about 2 years ago. I was just driving around one day and noticed how bad a lot of our sidewalks looked. And it's not just that, but it was in our older neighborhoods where a lot of our seniors live, which I'm not far from. But they like to get out and walk in their neighborhoods too. So we've started rebuilding all of our bad sidewalks, and it's good for young mothers and fathers that want to stroll their kids. And
Right.
It's good for
yeah.
elderly, family, young
Yes.
kids, old kids, college kids, the walking to school, because not everyone lives on campus. They, migrate through downtown. But it does help connect the colleges
It
in
does.
that environment to
Yeah.
downtown and kind of create that life.
And it connects
there.
neighborhoods.
It connects
It
neighborhoods.
connects people. Yeah.
It connects people
Yeah.
in a safe way.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I think you've done it. Your whole team has done a fabulous
Well,
job.
thank you.
I think.
Thank you.
And your sidewalks, I mean, they go almost all the way to Hendricks now, don't they?
They do.
Yeah.
We've actually got one to Lake Beaver Fork. We just got to
Really?
we just got to connect it off Salem and down in there.
I used to live at Lake Beaver Fork
Did you?
back in the
Yeah,
day.
Yeah. But I mean, sidewalks. Anytime a new subdivision goes in now, they either have to pay for sidewalks or pay it in lieu of fee, and typically they will build the sidewalks. So
That's
it's
awesome.
worked really well.
Yeah.
Well, before we finish up, anything that might be coming to Conway, or not that I want you to disclose anything that's going to get you in
Sure.
trouble, but
No.
Yeah.
just like we've heard, Aquatic Center might be on the agenda, or some good business that might be moving to town that people are just now finding out about. Anything that you want to share on that side of it?
People have been on me for quite some time about an aquatic center. Why don't we have one for a city our size? And we had to wait till our bond issues from our previous parks issues paid down enough to where we could. Well, we've got those down low enough now, so we're going to take a bond issue to vote of the people. This will not be, you'll not see an increase in your sales tax or anything else. It'll just remain as it is. And if that passes, then we intend to build an aquatic center. And then in a separate issue, we are also wanting to build a tournament quality soccer facility. So,
wow.
so that we
That'd be
can bring
nice.
soccer tournaments to
Yeah.
Conway. So those are a couple of things that we have going on, and I'm excited about those, but I think they'll be really nice.
Yeah, they
Well,
will.
We have offices in
Huge
Clarksville
addition.
and, of course, Russellville, and so the Clarksville Aquatic
Oh,
Center
it's great. I've
is
been there.
awesome.
Yeah, I've been there.
I can't get Jody and my son Jeremiah away from there, and we have a good facility in Russellville too, but it's like different. Like that's
Yeah.
you got the indoor one, you got an outdoor one, and so looking forward to how that's going to turn out. I bet that'll be great
For the community,
Yeah.
it'll be good.
Well, Conway's just had a history of good businessmen. Your grandfather,
They have.
Jody Brown was one, Earl
bet.
Rogers, Tom Wilson, Cletty Harper, and then that's just carried on to future generations. So Jim Brewer, Conway's just had great leaders in the past, and
That's a good way to say that.
it is. A lot of us are just reaping the benefits of people who really had to fight the hard fights and did some great things. So it's
Mom has always said in Conway, people do business with people in Conway, and
They do.
they strive to stay local because they trust each other, but also it's quality and it's friends, and
Yeah.
you want to support each other.
and everybody knows each other.
And
still.
everybody knows each other.
Even though we're growing,
So-
everybody still knows.
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone.
It
So
still has a small town feel in a really
It does.
progressive way.
It does,
So-
and we realize that the future of Conway. Well, we're trying to. I actually went to Senior Citizens facility last week and met with their board and said, "Hey, what do you guys think we need to be doing to help you?" That's a group, and then we also have our younger generation that's coming along. And we know what they, like I said, walkability, rideability. So we're trying to do things to keep the younger families here. And another group that you never hear anything about that pumps about $65 million into this city every year is the Human Development Center.
Oh,
Wow.
It's been here since the
yeah,
early 60s.
you're right.
You're right.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
Yeah.
have thought
They
that.
just take
Yeah.
care of business out there and take care of the residents out there and do a tremendous job. But they are a tremendous partner, City of Conway. They never really get the credit that I think that they deserve.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I liked how you
Credit
put
to
it.
them.
That it seems like, and Jody and I were talking about this as we were talking about discussions, how Conway always seems like the people that are influenced in Conway, they seem to take their egos out of it and just to see how can we make it better, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And I always appreciate that. Even when we went to school here, it always seemed like, yes, there's difference of opinions, but it was always trying to make Conway a better place and
Yeah.
moving forward and growing, and I appreciate that. And we're excited about being back
We
in
are.
Conway.
We are.
And our company is, and so we got some awesome people that work for us that Cena
Yeah.
and the
Parsley Tucker team.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
great people.
Martha
Yes,
Stewart.
Martha Stewart.
all the
Great
girls.
people.
So-
I know Cena well. And,
Yeah.
Michelle.
They've all
those
become
are
really
great
good
people.
friends of ours
Yeah.
too. It's just
And we
it works
graduated with
really well.
Elizabeth, so
Okay, okay.
Yes.
so there's always a connection
When
there.
you guys gonna move to Conway?
I know.
Yeah, well,
right?
we feel
Yeah,
like we're back and
Caleb.
forth all the time, so
Now, where's
it's
Paula
good.
live?
She is in Russellville.
She
with
don't leave her
us.
grandkids.
That's right.
That's the reason she's still there. Yeah, we have so we have a almost 3-year-old, and
Okay.
then I'm actually expecting, so we're
Well,
gonna have another one on the way.
congratulations.
So, yay.
So a 3-year-old boy or girl?
Boy,
Okay.
Jeremiah.
Well, like I said, my wife and I raised 3 sons, and then my middle son has 2 boys, and we just treat them like boys. We
goodness.
just rough on them. But now I
Oh,
baby
boy.
the girls.
Yeah,
I baby the
they're
girls, but
different. Yeah.
They are, but the boys are a hoot too. They're
That's
they're
special.
just all boy.
I love that for
I love
you.
this too. Well, Mayor, thanks for taking time out of your day.
Thank you.
And I know you're a busy guy, and telling us more about Conway. We're excited. You're doing a great job. We've talked about from other people in Conway to just say, hey, Mayor's doing a great job. So
I've got a lot of
kudos
good
to
help.
you.
A
Yeah.
lot of good help.
Well, appreciate it.
Remember what Bear
Yeah.
Bryant said.
Yeah.
You were right. I understand that.
Well, thank you, and tell your
Yeah.
mom and dad I said hi.
You bet. We will. We sure will.
Will
Thanks
do.
for
Thank
your
you.
time.
Thank
All
you.
right.
See you.
Bye.
All right. Thanks, everybody. See you later.